Hi everyone, Suzanne here. Welcome back to my channel on this glorious sunny day in winter in Sydney. It's not cold, it's just very, very mild, perfect day. Thank you for joining me today. Can you please keep all your fingers and toes crossed for me? Because the camera is the phone is actually wedged with tissues and all sorts of things to try and keep it still and in place. I've got a dodgy connection onto the tripod, so I've just used bits of tissue to try and keep it stable. But anyway, let's hope it doesn't collapse while I'm talking to you. I've come on today after feels like a long time I've been absent from YouTube, not for any legitimate reason or excuse. I haven't been able to leave the house, although that's not true now. It was 5 weeks and then I got to leave the house to go and see the orthopedic surgeon. So things are set in motion there. I'm going to have an MRI. Unfortunately, because of my stroke, I can't have a knee replacement. There isn't the infrastructure of muscles and nerves to maintain an artificial joint, and apparently they just break when they try to do it with my level of inactivity or no signals to muscles and nerves in that leg. Anyway, but I will be getting a special brace that will hold my knee. So we're on the hunt for that now. Following my MRI, which I haven't had yet. Anyway, so that's really, I haven't left the house, so there's no real reason why I can't just come on and make a video every 5 minutes. Except I think, oh my goodness, the poor humans that would watch this. I can't do it to you guys. So we're back again. Or I am back, and this beautiful little girl is here. She's not often on camera. This is my Pippa. She's Twin B by Bonnie Brown. Isn't she just the most adorable thing you've ever seen? So, so, so cute and so little. These twins, Twin A and Twin B by Bonnie Brown, are I think about 17 inches. And my Twin A is smaller than this one. This is Twin B, my Pippa, and she is a bit bigger than her baby brother. Just by a little bit, but it's enough to make a difference. Like his clothes are baggier on him than hers are on her. Yeah, and it's probably only ½ an inch. It's nothing major, it's just slight. And of course that can happen with twins. They're not identical in size when they're born, even if they're identical twins. Anyway, so this is my beautiful little Pippa. So she is wearing a gorgeous knitted outfit, 2-piece outfit. The hat is extra. That didn't come with it. And it's by a brand called Dr. Kid. So it's DR and then KID, Dr. Kid. And I've had it for seriously years. And it just so happens that I have it in the larger size as well. So big enough to fit Lottie or John. No, goodness me, what's happened to my brain? That'll teach me for not being on YouTube for a while. Lottie and Bridie, who both can wear 0 to 3 months. So yeah, I've got the identical outfit in a larger size and the matching blanket. So all I can think of was that they were on super sale when I found them. That's all I can think of, because otherwise I never would have bought 3 pieces of the set. But yeah, I think she looks so cute, doesn't she? Oh my goodness, I can't stand it. Sweet little thing she is. So this arm, her right arm is bent, you can see that. And this arm, her left arm is straight, virtually straight. I know some people don't like that, but that is just what babies do, isn't it, with their arms? So that's a little straight arm, that one, which can go in lots of different positions, because these twins have very small, I wouldn't call them 3/4 arms. They're longer than that, but the shoulder caps on the cloth bodies are quite small, so they have amazing range of movement. So isn't she adorable? Yeah, so that's what she's wearing. There's actually a birdie on the front, but look, that's how she put herself. How can I ask her to lie flat if she doesn't want to? But I would like you to, my darling. Could you just lie flat for a minute so we can see the birdie on your jumper? There it is. Anyway, now I can show you better. There's a little diamond there, pretend diamond. Oh no, I should say real diamond, of course, for the eye. Isn't that just the sweetest thing? And it's sitting on a branch with embroidered leaves, pink leaves, 2 pink leaves, and embroidery to designate the branch. Oh, and there's 2 leaves up there as well. So very, very cute. And then just white spots below the bodice line Well, they're actually like squares, aren't they? And then around the edge, which is just gorgeous, this white picot trim, same as around the sleeves, absolutely beautiful. And then the leggings are just plain, and it's quite a dark pink, isn't it? I don't know what sort of pink you would call that. Just dark pink, I don't know. So many shades of every colour, aren't there? And then the bonnet, this is from my bonnet collection, of course, where else? And I've had it for a long time, and it's a gorgeous white, pure cotton, so it's not stretchy, it's just cotton, waffle weave bonnet. And I looked, you know, it's got those ridiculous long tags inside it, you know, those ones that tell you how to walk and how to jump and how to use your washing machine and what not to do and what to do and all of that, those giant tags. And nowhere on those tags is the brand, but I think I remember that it was by Babidu. It's one of the few things I bought early on when I had made Jonty and Pippa, my twin A and twin B, because they come in tiny sizes, these bonnets. I don't think they're available anymore. I just, you know, when that happens, I wish that we would know if there could be a special, like a little star or a little something next to an item that isn't going to be made again, and you would know to get more. Not that I would need more bonnets, but, you know, just in general, sometimes things that you buy, even at the supermarket, you know, something that you've been buying for ages. Oh, like my coffee. I drink decaf instant coffee from a jar, and I've always been able to get the big 250 gram jar, which lasts for ages, which makes me happy. But now all of a sudden that size is not available anymore, and that just bugs me. If I would have known that, I would have stocked up on a couple of extra jars. But now I have dropped down to 150 grams, which is the biggest you can get in this decaf coffee. Their normal coffee still comes in the larger size. So yeah, that's what I wish people, manufacturers, would just give us the heads up so we could shop up big before something stopped being made. Oh, so annoying. Anyway, so I haven't seen these bonnets in many years anywhere. So yeah, that's what she's wearing. Isn't she adorable? Now, I haven't shown you the neckline, which is just a cute look. Just the spots that are actually squares and then a white edge. Just so sweet. So sweet. So when I put bonnets on my dolls in videos, I tie them up so they fit nicely around the face, because I love that look. And then I tie a bow and just tuck it underneath whatever they're wearing, so you don't see the bow, but you still get to see, you know, how the bonnet fits so sweetly. Yeah. So there you go. Oh, I could tell you a funny story about something that ran out here that I didn't realise it was run out. Let me tell you that, and then I'll let you guys go. But it was for a product called Ajax, which is a powder cleaner, and it came in a tube kind of container that was made of a thick cardboard, and it had a plastic bottom, or no, metal bottom and a metal top with holes in it. And I've used Ajax for probably 30 years at least. It was just a standard product, and before I realised it, it was gone. And I didn't need to stock up for a while, and then when I did, it was just non-existent anywhere. It had left the market, I don't know how long ago, before I realised. So I went on an Ajax hunt, which was so much fun, but there was none anywhere. Oh my goodness. And then I contacted my niece who lives across the country in Perth and said, don't suppose you guys can get Ajax over there at your supermarkets, can you? No, they couldn't. But that niece is called Colleen, and she has a friend who had 2 slightly used containers of Ajax. And her friend didn't really use it, so they sent the 2 containers over to me, so I'm still surviving on those containers. So funny, but it doesn't exist anymore. There's another thing called Barkeeper's Friend that is in a smaller container and costs 1,000,000 times more, but it's virtually the same. So I suppose I'll have to switch to that if I still want a powder cleanser, because now everything's a creamy cleanser. Of course it is. That's half water and the rest is just, you know, chemicals. So yeah, it must be, you know, they make more profit out of that one. So that's a story about something that disappeared and I didn't even know it had gone. So how annoying is that? I was so frustrated, especially because I was determined to find some and I couldn't. I could not find any anywhere except Colleen's friend had some. So how lucky was I? So I've still got these 2 containers that are going very slowly because I'm using them sparingly. Yeah, anyway, sorry about that silly story, but it was fun, and it was a big adventure when I was doing it, hunting everywhere I possibly could for Ajax. At one point I thought I'd found some at a small independent supermarket, and I ordered 10 containers of it, and they didn't fulfill the order. And then I tried again and they didn't fulfill the order until I got really annoyed because I was waiting for deliveries of these things twice, and I rang and spoke to a few people and no one knew what was going on. And finally I got onto somebody who said, oh, we don't have that product. So they didn't have it, but they let me still buy it on the website. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that was a roller coaster. Yeah, I failed. I absolutely failed, didn't I? But at least I got two containers slightly used, which is fine. Yeah, anyway, my dear friends, that's enough from me. I never know what I'm going to say in these videos. Sorry about that. I mean, really, I have been in the house except for that appointment. And then 2 days ago, I got to go out with one of my daughters and her daughters, so 2 of my granddaughters. I went in the wheelchair. I can't push a wheelchair myself because I only have the use of one side of my body, so I would end up going around in circles, which would be hilarious for everybody to watch, but not so much fun for me. So when I go in a wheelchair, which I need to at the moment because I can't really walk on this leg with the knee. Oh, I haven't told you what I've done to my knee. When I went to the specialist, he told me it's the anterior cruciate ligament that I've torn, and he can't repair it because of my stroke. So that is an injury that sports people do. You often see men if they're playing football, or women, I guess, but yeah, I watch more men's football at the moment. Not that I watch it very often, but when I do, you sometimes see them fall to the ground, clutching their knee, rolling around in agony. Well, that's what I did to my knee by doing nothing. It just shows the support that my poor muscles and nerves can give is very, very minimal to support the knee. So, yeah, that's why it's very unstable and very painful. Not as painful as when it first happened. The pain's eased off. It's very painful to walk still. And very unstable. I feel like it's going to give way any second. So, yeah, that's actually what I've done to myself without being a sports star. I told my grandchildren, I bet I'm the only nana who's done that. So clever, can't even play soccer or AFL or anything. And yet, look what I've done to myself. Yeah, anyway, sorry I forgot that detail, didn't I? Wow, look at that. I've been yakking at you for this long, nearly 13 minutes. Well, it is 13 now. All right, so I will stop and I will say goodbye and hope that you're all okay. The news was a bit dreadful this morning with those shocking floods in Texas. Oh, those poor people. Your heart breaks, doesn't it? Absolutely breaks. Oh, dear me. Anyway, now I've ended on an awful note. I'm sorry about that. It just occurred to me. Yeah, so I hope that you're all okay and enjoying your summertime if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. And if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, I hope your winter has been quite mild as ours has been so far. Touch wood. Just knocking on wood on my head because it's filled with sawdust. So, yeah. All right, my dear friends, thank you for joining me and my beautiful little Pippa. Isn't she adorable? Oh, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this would be such a special outfit to take a baby out in, wouldn't it? If you were going, I don't know, and you wanted to show off a bit with your new baby. So sweet. I went through a few outfits before I chose this one. I was going to just dress her very baby-like in a pale pink something. And then when I found this, I thought, no, she's got to be wearing this. So here we are. Okay, so I just did another 2 minutes or something. Now I'm really going to say goodbye and hope that you're all well and take care. I love you all and hopefully we'll be together soon. Bye everyone.